money, power, and desire, sexual desire. These are the three more core elements which actually, drives a person to commit a crime or get victimized. And these are the most three important things. Do you agree to that? And through the film, what have you understood?
I think poverty plays a very major part. It can start with minimum pickpocketing, but you never know when that person's situation might change and he might end up doing something which is, very scary. So it always starts from a very small thing. And again, it's a very vicious circle. If somebody's entered, they want to come out, but they're not. Even for our characters, when we say we don't want to we're stuck. We're not able to come out of it. And learning is, I don't know what exactly the message people would perceive, but yeah, I think it has a bond of a family also, that when it comes to family, the blood stands by each other. Yeah. So that is one emotional element, because she being the mother, she's protecting her cubs. That's it. She's a lioness.
I think I just want to add that poverty thing. There's a line in Yatra which is my favorite. అన్నిటికన్నా ప్రపంచం అన్నిటికన్నా పెద్ద జబ్బు క్యాన్సర్ కాదు, క్యాన్సర్ ఏది కాదు, ఇట్ ఈస్ పావర్టీ, పేదరికం. పేదరికాన్ని మించిన జబ్బే లేదు. సో there's no I believe that sentence, there's no greater disease than poverty. It's just that sheer helplessness or whatever it is what it is, and they're utterly poor.
Yeah, correct.
So the power is always this violence, and sex is part of that. Like power, violence, sex is all part of it. It's entangled. It is a kind of intertwined together.
But one thing you tell me, Mahi, they all belong to different states, and you've actually put a lot of dialogues which are like colloquial Telugu words, especially the language which you use only in Telugu.
Yeah.
And the verbal abuse, verbal abused words.
Yeah.
How were they dubbed into the other languages? Did you find any synonyms to that? I mean, like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Did you guys understand the meaning of those words? Because they're like very bad words.
Yeah. No, I think all languages are blessed with its
own culture of bad words.
Yeah. They have their own pure grammar and poetry. So, but I think adaptation will always be difficult.
Exactly.
Like, and I don't think when it's adapted to other languages, they would really pick. It will be hard. They have to really take the essence, really write it in the context. I doubt whether they would have gone through that effort. But it's okay.
But one thing I would like to tell you, because I'm a Kannadiga, and when I was shooting and whenever we were shooting a scene and we know the context of what we are going to shoot and all of that, I think the kind of natural responses that you would get from a normal person was in sync with what was there in the script. So, and even on the set, the kind of, sometimes when someone is like really frustrated and shouts at something and all of that, it's just like, say, taken from there. So even when I was shooting and sort of like say every single word, I would talk to the ADs and understand what is the real meanings, the synonyms of it and all of that. What are the multiple meanings and all of that? It made perfect sense, because I think language-wise, maybe the words and the language are very different, but I think the way we react and respond to certain things is quite common across India. And I think that's where we will be able to sort of like say connect, because I think it still looks, though it's shot in Telugu with a lot of Telugu native elements, I think it will still appeal to all the states, and something that people can connect to and relate to is what I genuinely believe, because I could relate to it 110%. So I think that the same feeling might be there.